All right, let's see if I can figure out how to do this live streaming stuff. We have lots to talk about, guys. Anybody in here? Okay. Okay. It's probably safe to start. We have been live for 30 seconds. We have a lot to talk about today because the governor just decided that we are not going to be back in school until May 15th at the earliest. However, you would prepare yourself to be out a little later than that, but at least now we have a time frame. We can start getting used to things. So if you are watching this and you have questions about school being out until May 15th, let me know. Can you guys hear me? That probably would be good to make sure you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, type something in the comments. Let's see. This is my first live stream, so this one may be a bit of a mess. We'll see. All right, so we have 7 more weeks with no school. One of the hard things today, we're going to talk about coping strategies and what you can do to cope with your routine being completely, I don't know, blown out of the world. Without your normal routine of wake up, go to school, come home, eat dinner, go to bed, or whatever your routine looked like, you can kind of get depressed. And without a normal, regular routine, every day kind of bleeds into another, and you end up at the end of the day not having done anything but played video games or scrolled through Instagram or Snap or whatever you guys like to scroll through. So one of the things that I've done, and I've done this with my own kids, is we have set up a routine for ourselves. Some people call it a schedule, but it's a relaxed schedule. So you don't have to do the same thing every day. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about goals, because goals will help you set up your routine. So, what are some of your goals? You guys may even want to write this down. Think about goals that you would like to reach short term, goals you'd like to reach long term, goals for school, goals for out of school, that sort of thing. And once you think of some goals, then we can figure out a routine based on those goals. So I'm going to give you guys some examples. If anyone's watching and would like to comment on what your goals might be, let me know. But one goal you might have, one goal may be to keep up with schoolwork. Is that backwards? I didn't think about writing on this. I think all my writing is going to be backwards. All right, maybe we'll give up on the whiteboard. Because it's not going to help you very much if you can't read it. Okay. Another goal you may have would be to pass your courses and earn credits. If you guys are on credit recovery, this is a very important time to get those credit recovery classes done so that your guidance counselor can mark you guys passed for those classes and you guys can work towards earning credits, which is going to be very important if you guys are seniors. We've got a lot of seniors. This is a very important time for you guys. Graduation is going to come whether or not we're in school or not. We're going to figure that out. Don't worry about that yet. Right now, your job is to get your credits earned. And I can unlock tests. If you send me a remind message, your guidance counselor can unlock tests to make sure you're getting in touch with someone that you have their email address and that they can unlock tests for you. So earning credits, keeping up with your schoolwork, making sure you're logging in on PowerSchool every day, making sure you're emailing your teachers through your school email address and contacting them on Remind and that sort of thing, making sure you're keeping up with teachers, asking questions if you have any questions. is going to be really important. Other goals, some goals that I have, other than keeping up with monitoring students, helping you guys with your schoolwork. Some of my goals with this time that we've sort of been given is I want to continue learning Spanish. So that's one of my goals. And I'm going to also study for a teacher exam that I need to take in order to teach science, hopefully next year. So I'm going to make sure to factor in some time in my daily routine to meet those goals. So one good thing that setting goals and setting your routine is going to do is it's going to help you. There's going to be a new normal. If you guys have a new routine every day, you can kind of create a sense of normalcy when nothing else is kind of the same right now. So we can't control when all of this is going to end. We can't control when school starts. We can't control a whole lot, but we can control what we do with our day. We can control if we meet goals. We can control if we earn credits and we pass our classes, whether we graduate. That is within your control. So, hey, Giovanna. Good to see you. Giovanna's here. All right. So we're talking about goals, setting goals, and creating routines. So now that we've talked about some goals, like passing classes, maybe you guys need to find a job, and a lot of jobs have, a lot of people have lost their job due to cutting hours and things that have to be closed right now. But the good news is lots of grocery stores are hiring right now. I went to Food Lion this afternoon, the first time that I'd been to a grocery store in over a week. A lot of shelves were bare, but there was enough food there. Certainly was not empty. We were able to find what we needed. Luckily, we did not need toilet paper because there was no toilet paper. So the grocery stores are hiring. They had a table set up at the front of the store where people could fill out applications, and they are doing immediate interviews. So you fill out an application, you talk to a manager, and they want to hire people now. So if you know of anybody who wants to get a job, tell them to look at grocery stores because they need people. Also, I think Spectrum is probably going to be hiring lots of people because Spectrum is very busy right now, handing out all sorts of internet deals. But if you guys sign up with Spectrum, make sure, or any of the internet providers, make sure you guys are reading your contracts carefully. So, I got sidetracked. So we're setting goals and we're creating a routine. So now that you've figured out what goals you may want to reach toward while we have this time without going to school, what is your day going to look like? And I would recommend writing this down. Figure out, okay, what time am I going to wake up? And I know you think, well, I've got 7 weeks without school. I'm not going to wake up at a certain time. I'll sleep in until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I'll figure out that's fine. If that's the schedule you want to set, fine. Set your wake up time as 2 p.m. And then what do you want to do after that? Figure out how to shape your day in a way that gives you a new routine. I promise that will help you feel better. Waking up, taking a shower, get dressed. Even if you put back on pajamas, if you just get up and start your day, you'll feel a little bit more productive. Maybe spend a little time working toward your goal. Do you want to do all of your schoolwork all in one chunk? Do you want to break it up? Maybe you really want to play video games like my son. And maybe you do an hour of schoolwork and an hour of video games and then an hour of schoolwork. So write down your daily schedule. And then stick to it and try it. We made a schedule for my son and daughter and I. We made a schedule for them. And then after the first day, they said, this is really not working for us. We need to reevaluate. We reevaluated and we figured it out and we wrote it down. So if you work your schedule, your daily routine, you may have a daily routine for a work day and you may have one for a non-work day. And maybe that'll look a little different. Maybe you have siblings that you're caring for. Maybe you have whatever your situation is, you can create a routine based around that situation. So, let's see. What else should we talk about, Giovanna? Since you're my only one chatting with me on here. Any questions about school being closed? Any questions about my son's getting ice cream and chips right now? It's going to be a little loud. hard to do live streams with noisy kids in the background. Yes. Do you work at a grocery store? You don't have to tell me which one, but do you work at a grocery store, Giovanna? Giovanna's working, double shifts. Goodness. Yeah, they said that approximately 30% of people will be without a job, and their jobs may come back once things get back to normal. But right now, about 30% of people cannot do their job because of closings and people losing their hours and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's kind of strange right now. Everything feels a little different. Everything looks a little different. I find that getting outside every day, that's another thing that you can add to your daily routine, finding some way to get outside, whether it's sitting on, in your backyard for a little bit. Maybe you have a dog that you can throw the ball for or take for a walk. I find if I take a walk every day, that's really helpful. Oh, gotcha. All right. So Dario's packed. So even though people can't go to work, they still want their ice cream, right? My kids love their ice cream. I prefer their fries because I can't have ice cream. I don't know. Don't know what else to talk about. Something I'm going to start doing, this will probably be a recorded video instead of a live stream, is I'm going to start reading a book to you guys. I don't know if you'll find it interesting, but if you're super bored, maybe need something to fall asleep to, I'm going to start reading a chapter out of a book, maybe every day. I don't know. So the book we're going to start with, let me grab it. I think I'll start this maybe later today, because we're going to start reading the Swiss Family Robinson. There we go. And it's backwards. It's an adventure story, and I know it's an old story, but I can't read new stories on the internet because of copyright laws. So I had to find a book with the public domain, so that way I don't get in trouble. But it's an adventure book. I think it'll be exciting. If anyone's ever been to Disney World, they have a Swiss Family Robinson Disney World ride. And there's also a movie, The Swiss Family Robinson, but don't watch it yet. Listen to the book first, then we'll watch the movie, or then you can watch the movie. And you can let me know which one is better. Oh, good. Yay. I'm glad you like the book reading, Giovanna. I love reading out loud, and I couldn't think of what else to put on a YouTube channel. So I thought, well, I'll just read. I would give you guys a tour of the chicken yard today, but it's rainy and gross outside. So we'll wait until later the week too. Maybe by Thursday when it's sunny, I can do a live stream from outside if my internet and my computer will cooperate that far away from the house. The chickens don't care that it's cold and rainy. They're roaming all over the yard, getting all the bugs that have come up out of the ground since it got warmer the other day. Let's see. So if anyone's watching that wasn't watching in the beginning, the governor said that schools will close until May 15th at the earliest. He said he's not ready to give up on the school year yet. So hopefully we'll go back May 15th. Kind of prepare yourself either way. But this is going to be life for a little bit, and we can make the best out of it. We just need to kind of come up with a new normal, or a temporary new normal. I don't know, guys. This is all I can think of right now. If anybody else has any questions, Giovanna, anything else to talk about? I guess I need to come up with some things to talk about before I start these, but that's okay. This was a good trial run. Now that I know that words will appear backwards, so can't use dry erase board, that won't work. Yeah, so I seem like a movie. Well, it's a probably rambling, weird movie though. You'd probably ask for your ticket price back. Like, I don't want to watch this movie. This lady's boring. She keeps talking about rambling stuff. Hey, I can show you my dog. That's something to do. Amazing. Can't show you my big dog because she's too big to pick up. I'll call my little dog in here and see if I can get her. Maisie. There she is. Come here. This is my little dog, Maisie. She got a haircut yesterday, so she's sad because she's naked and she gets cold when she's naked. I cut all her hair off except for her ears. So this is Maisie. It's National Puppy Day. Did you guys see on my Twitter page that it's Virtual Spirit Week this week? I made it up. I saw it. Someone else did. Another school had done it. I thought it looked like fun. So if you have a dog or a cat, I don't care. Well, post a picture on Twitter, get some cool points, and everyone knows that you need Mrs. Miller's cool points because they're awesome. Maisie's watching the chickens out of the window. Oh, so the coronavirus seems like a movie. Yes. This live stream is definitely not movie quality. Yeah, don't be surprised if you see the coronavirus numbers go up. The more people that get tested, the more the numbers will go up, but that's okay. We want to get more people tested because then we know who has it and we can keep them away from other people. But the numbers will keep going up. They just expect it. And I try not to watch the news. I check the news maybe once a day, maybe every 2 days, because there's no good news right now. So I just avoid it. But yep, the coronavirus numbers will keep going up and up and up, and eventually they'll come down. But don't expect that to happen anytime soon because we need more people to get tested. The more people that are tested, the more people we can isolate and figure out what we're dealing with. So don't let that scare you. But all you can do is take the precautions that you guys are already hopefully doing: washing your hands, staying at home. The first time today I went somewhere other than school. I've just been driving back and forth to school, and today I went to Food Lion. We were in and out in less than 5 minutes. There were plenty of people shopping too for 12:30 on a weekday. So just stay home. Try not to hang out with your friends as much as possible. Only go out if you really have to. You watching those chickens, Maisie? Just keep an eye on the chickens. I'll see. Maybe I can show you guys the horses. We have neighbors that have horses in our back. Well, not in our backyard, but their field meets up with our backyard. So hopefully I can show you guys the horses. Yeah, we watch the news because we want to know what's happening. But if you find it fascinating, watch the news. I find that when I learn what's happening, it stresses me out. It adds to my anxiety. So I found after a couple days of watching the news every day and checking for new updates, my anxiety level was higher. So I stopped watching the news, and it helps me pretend that everything's fine, that everything's the same, everything's the way it was. So now that I don't check the news as often, I don't know. I felt a dramatic decrease in anxiety. So, and now that I've had a new routine established for a little bit, starting to figure out the new normal, the new temporary normal, that eventually I'll get, one day, and this may take a little while, but one day we'll look back and go, man, remember that coronavirus thing? That was crazy. And you'll have a great story to tell your kids and grandkids one day. So you guys will have like, oh yeah, well, you think this is bad? We once had to stay out of school for 8 weeks and we had to learn online, and we couldn't go out anywhere and we couldn't eat at restaurants. So, and then they'll roll their eyes and be like, okay, boomer. So, yeah. But as long as you guys are doing what you can do to prevent the spread, I know you have to go to work. I know you have to take care of siblings sometimes, and I know you have to go somewhere, but stay home if you can. Just kind of ask yourself before you get ready to go somewhere, can I stay home? Is this an absolute necessary trip out? You think the government made all this up? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Pretty sure this thing is real, but all we can do is wash our hands, keep away from other people, cough into your elbow if you cough. Now it is pollen season right now, so don't panic every time you see someone sneeze or cough. They may just have allergies. So, but yeah, just stay home. Just think, when else in your life are they going to ask you to stay home and relax to help the world? So, yeah, haircuts not very necessary right now. I mean, I saw one meme today that said, you want help staying home? Shave off your eyebrows. There you go. If you don't have eyebrows, you may be too embarrassed to go out in public. It'll help you stay home and help you with social distancing. So, um, but yeah, I'll have some funny memes I'll send you guys on a remind coming up. There was a social distancing bingo. Very funny. I will maybe forward that to you guys tomorrow morning. Maybe that's how we'll start off our morning tomorrow and see how many bingo squares you can fill up with social distancing bingo. So, yeah, if you shave your head, another reason you might want to stay home. Social distancing, that'll help with that. Although I don't know. It just depends. Maybe, I mean, you could probably rock that look. So, let's see. Tomorrow on the virtual, what's it called? Spirit Week. That's the word. Tomorrow on the virtual Spirit Week, it is Art Day. So if you have anything artistic that you are working on, whether it's drawing something or creating something or writing a song or rap lyrics or whatever you're doing artistic, take a picture of it and put it on my Twitter page. And you can earn some Mrs. Miller cool points. My son's playing Fortnite downstairs and is hollering and doing all sorts of weird moves. I think he just, I don't know, whatever they do in Fortnite. Something bad happened in Fortnite. Yeah, Giovanna, you could pull it off, I think. Let's see. I don't know. Once again, I'm out of things to talk about. You guys are going to have to help me come up with topics to talk about. Otherwise, I'll just ramble endlessly. So in the comments below, because this will save and people will be able to look at it later. So in the comments below, tell me what questions you have, what topics, school appropriate topics, you guys want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. Oh, I was talking about art. That's what I was talking about. I'm going to start creating, I love to knit. You guys know that I love to knit. So I'm working on a knitting project, but I'm also going to take some wool and turn them into little like fairy things. They're really cute. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I'll show you guys pictures. Hopefully it'll work out. Otherwise they'll look like woolly blobs, but that'll be fun anyway. No, I'm not ready to be a grandma for another like 10 years. Oh, well, we'll have to talk. I think I know what you're talking about. We'll talk about it later. So anyway, what else? You guys ever want me to make videos of like how to make brownies, how to make muffins or anything like that? Maybe DIY cooking instructions. I love cooking and baking and stuff. Maybe I can show you guys some tips and tricks. So, all right, guys. Well, I think 23 minutes of, I can teach you how to knit, Giovanna. We'll figure out how to get you some knitting needles. I'll teach you how to knit. Genesis just started knitting. She's doing an awesome job. She sent me a picture. So this is a great time to pick up a new hobby, you guys. You gotta have plenty of time to start a new hobby unless you're working double shifts at Dario, right? All right. Well, until we meet again, leave me lots of tips in the comments section. Do you want a rambly video that's super long and I just talk and wander aimlessly and whatever I talk about? Do you have certain questions? Do you want to see videos about certain things? Help me figure out what this channel is going to become. I just like a way to reach out to you guys because I really miss you guys. Being without you another 7 weeks, that's going to be tough. But one day I'll be back in my room and we'll hang out and it'll be awesome. So until then, let's stay connected this way. I love you guys and have a great day. Have a safe day and talk to you later. Bye.